Beautiful evening right here in the cold city of Enugu State, and you already know that it is time for the most anticipated, entertaining, scintillating show on your TV tonight. I'm talking about no other than Nka, which is broadcasting live from the very beautiful city of Enugu, Nigeria, DSTV 254 and KTV 17. I am Jumaibulama Ashebo. Pleased to be here once again, and it's important we talk about this because I was having a conversation with someone earlier today, and the conversation was centered around the different seasons we have in the country, dry season and the rainy season. And the question is, do we even have a time for rainy season again, or do we have a time for dry season? Because it feels like it's raining half of the year. I mean, I'm happy for the rain, don't get me wrong. But when do you think Hamilton was going to be Hamilton season? When do you think dry season is going to come? I feel all has been muddled up, and this is something that we need to talk about, we need to raise awareness about, because we talk about global warming every single day. What is actually the cause? These are conversations we need to have. And not forgetting that we bring you good tidings, especially at this time. I'm talking about no other than Afia Homecoming. This is your gateway to every event right here in the Southeast. So perhaps you're an event planner, like I love to say every time, or you're an artist, or you're a party planner, and you have something that you would like to do in the Southeast. Where better to promote this event, if not Afia TV? All you have to do is go to afiahomecoming.com for more information on all of that, or check us out on socials as Afia TV Official. Not forgetting My Enugu Story Season 3 is back and better. Now, you might be thinking of ways to make money for yourself this Christmas. What better way if not writing an article with the theme, the enugu of my dreams. The enugu of my dreams is an enugu that I can stop at any restaurant to eat okpa, eat abacha, eat achicha, eat, what else? What else do I really love? Ukwa. The love of my life. And not have to pay a dime. That is the enugu of my dreams. So what is the enugu of your dreams? Let us know in your article, in your photograph, in your video, and stand a chance to win 300,000 naira in each category. I mean, what better way to win money if not that way? All right, so do well to follow us on socials as Afia TV Official for more information, and hurry now because the deadline is very close. I have two fantastic guests for you tonight. And I already threatened one of the guests by saying we'll delve in. Well, don't go anywhere. If you'd like to see more of that, we'll be right back. Watching Nka only on Afia TV. I am Jumaibulama Ashebo, and of course, it will not be proper for me to continue this conversation without giving you the countdown to Christmas. It's 77 days until Christmas. And for the lots of you who are cranky, unhappy about Christmas, I can relate. As much as a lot is happening in the country and the economy is very good, I'm an optimistic person at heart and in the physical. It's important to have something to look forward to, like I was telling someone the other day. So if you need something to look forward to Christmas, the most amazing time of the year, the happiest time of the year as far as I'm concerned. And like I said, 77 days until Christmas, now is the time to go to the market and start preparing, all right? So without further ado, I will be introducing the person from home afterwards. Let me introduce our visitor because there's a lot to talk about this person, right? So joining us tonight is no other than founder, CEO, Cyclotron Media. He is also the chairman, National Guild of Radio Managers, Akwa Ibom State Chapter. Joining us tonight is no other than the one and only phenomenal Ugochukwu Bamidele. Good evening. It's a pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for the opportunity to be here. It's amazing to do this again tonight. And I feel blessed, actually.
I mean, we feel blessed to have you.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you so much for asking. All right. Right before we delve into it, it's important for us to introduce someone from home. I want to say someone from home, a family member. This is someone who has been with this, who is one of the trendsetters, is one of the pace setters of this organization. A lot of you know her as a chief, one of the few chiefs, female chiefs I know. This is someone who I like to call a corporate baddie. And she's also Afia TV brand and business development manager. Joining us tonight is no other than the one and only Ifenkili herself. Vera Chidima, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
You didn't see that coming, did you?
Yeah, I didn't see
you
that
didn't
coming.
see it coming.
I didn't see that coming. In fact, I was expecting something else. And I saw what you're doing.
I thought of something else. I said, no, let's switch it off.
Okay.
It's, I mean, it's a pleasure to have you. See that you haven't been
on this show.
Yeah, you haven't been.
Yeah, this is actually my first time, and should I blame you or blame myself?
No, don't blame. No, there's no blame. We're gonna have a nice time tonight. There's no blame to go around. I assure you. But first off, I would like to start off with Ugochukwu Bamidele. Congratulations on your wedding. While doing my research on you, I found out that you got married a month ago, and I have two questions that comes to mind when I look at you. First off is your name, an Igbo name and a Yoruba name. And secondly, I'm guessing, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm guessing that you are a romantic at heart. I say this because I was watching the clip, a trailer of your traditional ceremony, and I could see you tearing up. It was so lovely to watch, and I was like, oh, this is so beautiful. Shout out to your beautiful wife, by the way. But now let's delve into it. Am I correct that you are hopeless romantic? And secondly, talk to me about your name before we delve into your journey so far.
I hate the word hopeless.
Okay, so hopeful. Hopeful romantic there.
I'm with the right person, yeah. I think everyone is romantic.
Okay.
With the right person.
Okay.
Right? And the beauty of my journey when it comes to marriage is that I found the right person, right? And you talked about seeing me tearing up. It was a lot rushing through my head in that moment when, you know, her family finally handed her over. Sorry
to just jump in. I would like to know what was going through your mind, what was going through your head at that moment. Everyone talks about marriage, but we all say we have a lot going through. I know what was going through my mind during my wedding ceremony. I'd like to know what was going through yours, because it's something that we need to explore.
Okay. So I'll tell you one of the things that's going through my mind. It's been a long time coming, right? And through our journey, myself and my beautiful wife, it was interestingly turbulent, right? And at some point, I was like, okay, so this relationship is over. Let's just accept that it's done and over, and let's begin to find a way to rebuild my life, focus on my career, focus on the thing that, you know, means a lot to me, which is work, and just see what I make out of, you know, one of the things I love in the world, which is broadcasting and, you know, raising the next generation of broadcasters and, you know, just being me and enjoying myself. So standing there that day and seeing everything happen, it took me back, you know, the length of the journey that we'd come. We got married on our 30th month anniversary, right? So do the math, almost 3 months, you know, almost 3 years rather, you know, almost a 3-year journey. And it was fun. Fun because I learned a lot. Fun because I became a completely different person from the person that went into the relationship, in terms of, you know, rediscovering myself, in terms of getting in tune with my emotion. And I'm laughing right now because I can imagine the people watching this and those that came in contact with me prior to 2022, when I started dating my wife. I mean, a lot of people used to say I didn't have an emotional side. A lot of people used to say, if you're going to work with Yuji, then you can never be emotional around him, right? Because I couldn't relate to it. I couldn't connect to it. It didn't make any sense why. I just wasn't an emotional person, basically. Let's look at that. And so going on this journey and getting to where I was on that day and seeing the progress that I had made in terms of getting in tune with my emotion, being able to feel pain, being able to feel happiness, being able to feel joy, being able to feel excitement, being able to feel love, Genuinely, it was amazing.
So
right?
basically, in summary, this beautiful woman is mine now.
Come again.
I said in summary, this beautiful white woman is mine now.
I mean, you said it already.
I'm trying to say what was going through your mind is basically, this beautiful woman is not. Let me get her now. She's mine now.
She's mine now. She's mine now. There's no going to bed and saying, "I'll see you tomorrow."
I know.
I go to bed and say, I'd wake up to you in the morning.
I know. So let's talk about your name for a little bit. Ugochukwu Bamidele. I mean, Yoruba and Igbo combination. Talk to us about that.
I like the mystery about it, and I intend to keep that mystery for a little bit.
Okay.
I'm Nigerian.
Okay.
Right? Fantastically Nigerian, and I'm looking for an Hausa name.
You're looking for a Hausa name?
Yes, I am.
Okay, I think we'll find one for you. We'll definitely look for one for you. But right before we delve into your journey so far...
It's not about getting a name. It's about finding someone who's willing to adopt me. And the person should be okay. Nigeria is interesting right now, so the person should be okay.
I mean, I'm from the north, so I can definitely adopt you. But we'll delve into your journey so far in just a bit with schools you attended and how it has led you to where you are right now. A lot of broadcasters will say they stumbled into broadcasting. I don't know what you did read. Some say, I did study mass communication in school. I did not. So stories are different. We'll delve into that in just a little bit. But it's important for us to come back home and talk to our own chief, who, for a lot of people who do not know, studied dentistry. But here she is in media. Here she is. You thought I wasn't going to talk about it. Here she is in media.
We're going to go there.
No, we're going there.
Okay.
And here she is being the media guru that she is. A lot of you must have followed her through YouTube, being the poster girl for the Southeast, being the poster girl for everything enugu, talking about enugu, showcasing enugu, and I met a friend of mine some years ago, and he was like, Chivera, she works with your organization. Oh, wow. I remember her from YouTube. She made me want to come to Enugu. So to a very large extent, she's one of the first people who started showcasing Enugu before the others came. I think I just need to, if not for anything, to put that out there. And it's been such an interesting journey so far. But let's start with dentistry. What was going through your mind when you wanted to study dentistry and combine it with media? Did you always think you were going to be in the media space? Talk to us about your state of mind at that time.
At that time, honestly, the whole journey for media for me was after school. I did that after my NYC. That was when I said,
Where did you serve?
Delta State.
Interesting. Yeah. Did you have the Starch and Owo, Starch and Banga, all of that?
I tried Starch and Banga, and honestly, it didn't go well with me.
We don't want to talk about that. Yes. We don't want to have that conversation again because no, that's not right.
Honestly, it didn't go well with me. And I remember I had it with a colleague, Dr. Wallace, at the time. He's from that area, and he was like, you have to try this. He kept saying Banga, and I thought it was, people, Banga and Ofako are beats.
Yeah.
They're from the same thing, but that day I noticed that two different things.
Yeah, they're different.
So I think the first, I'm like, I'm sorry, I cannot continue. It didn't go well with me. I didn't.
What didn't you like? The fact that the starch is slimy?
Yes. I don't know what it felt like going through my throat. I'm like, I'm not sure. Honestly and respectfully, I cannot continue.
Respectfully, we are angry with you.
I'm sorry, you don't have to be. I don't have to be. So that was it. So the whole media thing came after that, because the first thing I did was, after service, you're wondering what next, what would you do?
But why did you choose to study dentistry in the first place?
I think, initially, just like every other science student, I wanted to do medicine. Yeah, I wanted to do medicine. And at the time, I had already decided I was going to specialize as a gynecologist. In fact, it's a matter of time. If you asked me then, I would say I want to be a gynecologist. I wanted to help women. And what, pushed me in that field was I read newspaper, because growing up, I read a lot of things, novels, newspaper. I read about the FGM, that's the female genital mutilation. And then one doctor at the time was helping the women, and she was a gynecologist. I'm like, this thing this woman is doing is honorable. I want to be like this person. What does she do? She's a gynecologist. So that was it for me. Just later in my SS3, because if you asked me then as a child, I'll say gynecology. So it was later in my semester, you know, when you're filling your form writing jam, our counselor called me and said, what did I say? I want to be. Say, no, you don't just go and study gynecology. You have to do medicine and then do residence. I'm like, oh, okay, great, thank you. So I didn't get medicine. And the next after the, you know, the thing closer to medicine at the time was that. So I did that.
Did you enjoy, how's the experience, you know, going through school?
Yeah, I did, you know, the whole experience, helping people in pain, you know, making them feel better, confident and all that. I really did enjoy that. But then when I came out, like I said, I started like, you know, what next? But for some reason, I said, let me blog. And what I wanted to blog about was health. I was talking about dental health. My first blog, my 32plus.com.
You know? Shout out to 32plus.com.
I'm sure it's already default, but yeah, you know, teeth, my 32, my teeth.com. So I said my 32plus.com.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so I was writing about health, dental health, how to take care of your teeth, you know, all of those things. But at some point, I just noticed, Nigerian audience, people don't like health-related things. People like Aproko, because I remember I wrote to Lindy KG at the time. I told her, hello, mom, I'm just fresh out of school. I see you are like the queen of blogging. I also want to do that. And I remember telling her, guess what? That don't worry, I'm not coming to compete in your field. Hey, because I know the confidence. That's it. Because,
I mean, too much.
Yeah, because I remember the mail. I told her she shouldn't worry. I'm not even coming in.
That's amazing.
That this is what I want to do. But you know, if there are tips she could share, you know, to a sister coming up, you know, that would be very helpful. She never replied the mail, but I mean,
shout out to you, Linda.
Yeah, she didn't reply that, so I started the whole blogging thing, writing like every day of the week I would write. But then I noticed the views, the readership wasn't growing, and my friend was like, you know what? Why not infuse lifestyle to it? Maybe it could bring people, and then they will see that. And so that, in fact, the first one was my 32.com. Then we now added plus, so that plus was like every other thing plus this. So I started with that. Then Facebook was a thing. Then I was writing on Facebook, writing stories, fictional stories. A lot of people thought was a thing. So you know what people call influencing now was what I was doing at the time, and I didn't know, because I remember people would pay me to write and advertise their businesses. So, and I was collecting like 5K then, and you know, I was happy with myself. I didn't even know, but you know, so for me that was it. But looking back, I realized that I had the whole media thing in me. Because towards final year, I remember that I was hosting events in school, you know, the pageants, during the students week, we were all over the place. I remember we were able to secure bringing artists then to school to perform, and I was part of the people that made that happen. So looking back, I'm like, maybe this was an unconscious part of me, but I didn't really look at it because I was like focused in school. I wanted to get good grades and all that. But so that was it. So there was never a time I said, you know what, today I'm going to delve into this. But along the way, with the practices and experiences, I mean, there I am.
I mean, it's a lot to unbundle. We're definitely going to come back to that. But in just a little bit, Ugochukwu, are you there?
Definitely.
All right. Let's delve into your journey so far. I know that you said you want to keep a part of you a mystery, but there's still some things we need to unravel in terms of where you did grow up, schools you attended, and how you got into broadcasting.
Okay. I was born and bred in Lagos. School, Nigerian Navy, primary school, secondary school, and then wrote my WAEC at Evangel College. It's popular in the East. It's owned by the Assemblies of God Church, but they have one in Lagos, which I'm grateful I attended and wrote my exams there, because I think it formed a vital part of my morality. And went on to study industrial chemistry at Afia State University.
What was your plan? Studying industrial chemistry, what was everyone comes out with, we usually come from school, fresh out of high school, we come out with this blueprint. It's very big, it's a very big paper. I would say, this is what I'm going to become, this is what I'm going to study, and this is what I'm going to achieve. So what was your own blueprint? What was the plan with studying industrial chemistry?
It was industrial chemistry for me.
Yeah.
Right? I loved chemistry from school, but I didn't want to study chemistry. First off, I wanted to be a pilot, be an airplane engineer, so aeronautic engineering was the thing, right?
Okay.
And I got admission, the school lost accreditation that year, and then I left it, wrote JAM again, Wanted to do medicine. Didn't get medicine. Industrial chemistry was the next option, just because it's always been there somewhere. And we went and studied industrial chemistry. Got done, with industrial chemistry. But the part that a lot of people didn't know while I was in school was that media was already a thing, even before I got admission. So interestingly, I've always been in the media from secondary school. I started off with Nollywood, did a couple of stuff with Nollywood, did 2 or 3 movies, and then at some point it was music, rap, and those that know right now, right?
So please,
back in the day.
Before we go on, you talked about music, rap. You need to give us something. It's not how we can just skedaddle, through that.
So what has left me.
It's just a little bit. It's just a little bit. You can choose to either sing for us, or you can rap, whatever. Freestyle. And yeah, freestyle. And I'd like you to dedicate it to your wife. I know your beautiful wife is watching us right now. So if that is not enough motivation, I don't know what else is. So sing a song or, rap for us and dedicate it to your beautiful wife.
This is an unfair setup, right? But because you mentioned my wife, that's a good try. You have me there.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I would just do some poetry, some wordplay, right? Interestingly, shout out to you, Miss Luna. That's her name, Eno Jerry or Eno Ugochukwu right now, because she's got to, right? The name is Ugochukwu right now because, no matter how you go, you must remember Chukwu. There's God in everything. Without love, how do you feel God? We're gods, right? But then there's a supreme one. We pray to him every day. You call him God. I never want to play God, but then in my field, just like C. Ronaldo, I'm the GOAT. What does it mean to be the greatest of all time if you can't attribute that to someone who's made time and can stop time but start time even when time seems like it's eternity?
Wow.
This eternity thing, love is beautiful. And would I do it again over and over with you until eternity and even beyond? Because with you, love doesn't feel like work. It feels like life every day on a roller coaster, traveling the world, seeing beautiful places. Even if it meant going back to Lagos and jumping coaster to coaster, with you, it will be fun. Let's do this ride all over again.
We will love, because at this point, I'm sure if I allow you for the rest of the program, you continue these amazing things that you're saying for your wife. Shout out to you, Mrs. Luna, Mrs. Luna Ugochukwu. We need to go for a quick break right now. When we do come back, we will be delving into more. So he refused to sing, he refused to rap, he did spoken words. Perhaps he will sing, he will rap, and we'll get Chivera to do something rather interesting. Don't go anywhere, Nka. Okay. We'll be right back. Only on Afia TV. Remember, I'm Jamoy Balama Shebo. I still have beautiful people with me. We're talking about Chivera, your corporate body, and the one and only female chief right here from the beautiful Afia. And we also have Ugochukwu Bamidele. Of course, he just, dedicated a rather romantic, sweet, spoken word. He just kept on going on and on about his beautiful wife and how he would do this again. And we're not gods, but we think of Chukwu. You see, I can still remember a little bit of what he said to show you that I was actively listening. But right now on the show, there's something exciting that we normally do, and I would like us to surprise our guests. Of course, Chivera wouldn't be surprised, but who knows? You never can tell on this show. So right now, I'd like us to surprise our guests the best way we know how to. Chivera, you know how it goes now. Don't you?
I do. Well, I think I do, because you're full of surprises.
Wow.
Yeah. and I'm trying to keep up.
You guys fail to realize I'm only but a pencil in the hands of my producer.
Okay.
I'm only here to ask the questions. I'm only here to say the things that my producer produces. And I'm just there. It's not me. I don't do anything.
Yeah, it's not you, it's him.
Exactly. He's the one.
Okay.
All right now, I would like us to showcase to our lovely guests some things that they might have forgotten. I don't like the way you're laughing. Ugochukwu would think there's something up. Ugochukwu, what surprise do you think we have for you right now?
I'm not going to try. Whatever happens.
You should try. I mean, you never know. You might just guess correctly.
And get ready.
Okay, so maybe you're going to pull clips of social media and show.
Okay, I know I love that video of yours, especially your wedding videos. Love it so much. I mean, it was very rich in cultural heritage. I say that myself because, you know, while watching the videos, seeing your outfits, your wife's outfits blew my mind, especially the first outfit with, I don't know what it's called, she wore on her head with the mirrors on it, and such a fantastic, you know, fantastic outfit. It really shows that Nigeria is blessed with rich cultural heritage. But right before we surprise you, it's important that we delve into more. So I said we're going to continue this conversation. I'll get back to you, Gochukwu, in just a bit. Let me continue with Chief Vera. So, while you left school and you decided to do blogging and you started off 32 plus.
Yeah.
And that didn't go your way. What did you do next? Because what I know about you is the fact that you're very resilient. I say this not because you're here. Some of the things I know about you I heard from people. For example, someone's like, she decided to learn editing, video editing. Yeah, for your video editing needs, you can holler at you. She decided to learn editing, and you know, she came to me, not me, the person. And she came to me, and you know, she really learned very well. So when it comes to your Adobe Premiere, you know, Premiere Pro, Adobe Audition, Chief Vera is your girl, you know, for all those things. So I like the fact that you didn't just choose to stay with, oh, yes, I did study dentistry. Oh, I know media. Oh, I like to do blogging. A lot of people outsource this. But you decided to learn. You decided to go through this. So the question I have is, did you attend or did you go to people, mentors that you might have had to gain experience or to learn a thing or two when it came to blogging? Because you left school and you decided, you know what, this media thing, there's something there, right? So I would like to explore it and check for opportunities. So after 32 plus, wasn't really giving you the numbers that you wanted. What was the next step for you in terms of trying to be better, in terms of learning from your predecessors, people who were there before you, and how was the outcome? Of course, I know the outcome, but that time, how was it?
Okay, so what actually led to my 32 plus being packed up was the fact that, you know, when I said the plus thing, the lifestyle thing, you know, I was doing I did the gossip, I did the relationship thing, and that was, I did.
You did?
I did.
Wow!
I did the relationship thing, so I would read a lot of foreign blogs and then, you know, get inspirations from there. And I realized a lot of people like anything relationship, drag Nigerians there.
Love sells, love sells.
It does sell. So I was doing that and that started gaining traction. But for some reason, the site crashed. I don't know if it was hacked or maybe so much traffic came into it at the time. And then the designer that did it at the time, for some reason, you know, he said I was pressurizing him to get it back on. Because I said, you know, this site has been down for a while. You know, it just felt like, you know what, you're giving me too much problem. I'm not going to do this. Is your password. Go. I'm like, I can't even code.
Do you know his name? Let's send a shout out to him now. I just want to greet him specially. It's Christmas.
Yeah. Well, it's all of a light moving on.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so that was it. But after that, I said, you know what? I moved on to Facebook. I started writing, like I told you, I was writing a lot of fictional stories, and a lot of people thought that was real. And that's why I keep telling people social media is not real. I mean, I could create anything for you and you think this is my reality because people connected with me because they thought this was my reality. But I was just having fun writing and the whole thing started. So I started writing on Facebook, grew my followers there. And for some reason, I said, okay, I said, okay, you know, this one was making sense, but then I could make videos of it. You know, I could offer my opinions on what's on trending issues, on social issues. And at the time, I was very vocal about female rights. So I would talk about that.
So you tagged the feminists?
I didn't hear you.
Were you, I mean, oftentimes when people see a lot of ladies who are vocal about female rights, they tag you feminist, but in a in a bad way.
Yeah, they did. You know, a lot of people, as you know, said things like I was never gonna get married. Things that I'm a man hater, or that I'm not subservient. That you know, it's a mix. I'm not new to that. You know, people had their opinions, but you cannot do things the wrong way and expect me to keep calm. So most of my videos addressed such issues. It was a weekly thing. It had its own audience, right? So people would come and, you know, look forward to it. And the funny thing then, I was using iPhone 6 at the time, right? Was that iPhone 6 or iPhone 5S? But for some reason, you know, it had space storage issues, and I hadn't learned how to edit at the time. So I would record my phone. I'll hold my phone this way and record. And if I make a mistake, I'm like, oh my goodness, I delete that, I start afresh. It was that stressful. So, and I didn't even understand the concept of scripting. I just knew what I knew I wanted to say, and I'll go all out. And then after that, I would upload directly and then delete that for next phase. And sometimes, I remember one time I had a style on my eye, boy, for those that don't know what is style. So I had this, I couldn't record. I just like a message, it's like, Vera, where are you? We're looking forward to, I'm like, wait. This is making sense. It's gaining traction.
In a weird way, that was how Chivera came to life.
Yes, that was how Chivera came to life. Because I started building audiences then, and people would want to interview me. And then people say they were looking up to me. I'm like, what exactly are you looking up to? Because in my own way, I'm just, you know, doing something casually and
having fun.
Yeah, having fun.
Where did the name Chief come from?
Okay, Chief came from a very depressing situation in my life. Yeah, so. At some point, I went back to school. I wanted to do like a little degree. You know, my dad is the always, you have to do this study. You know, your brain is like wasting because they don't see you bagging certificates. So there was like ASU strike or something. I think that was the COVID year. You know, everything halted.
2020.
Yeah, nothing was really moving. And I just said to myself, what exactly is going on? You know, I was in a low place at the time. For some reason, I just came across something that said that this point you are would be the lowest in your life. You know, you need to speak life or speak your future into it. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm going to be a chief. I gave myself that title. I said,
self-acclaimed chief.
Chief Akonesio B1. That was what I said to myself. I
felt it.
I wrote it down. And then, you know, it went ahead to say that you don't just say, you also like embody it. I went to my Instagram page that day, just at the instant, edited my handle to Chief_Vera. And that was it. It's talk. You know, a lot of people had issues because when I started my YouTube channel, someone wrote me like an episode questioning.
As a lady from the Southeast, you do not give yourself.
Why am I a chief? That don't I know that chief is for? You know, he went on and on and on, ordering me
to change
it. That I could be something else.
The audacity,
but not chief. You know, I read it. I'm like, you know, that was my reaction. The audacity. You don't even know me. You don't even know if I'm titled in my hometown. But you saw me on the internet and you felt you could do all of this and then order me. I think he gave me like an ultimatum. You know, I wouldn't want to come back to a channel and still see that.
Wow. Like, oh, wow. The audacity again.
So that was how Chief came. So I'm looking at it. I'm like, it inspires me daily. So when people call me Chief, I know I'm headed somewhere bigger and greater than I am. And even when people think that, oh, you've gotten to the apex, I know within me that the sky is the starting point.
Our Chief. Yeah. All right now, I'd like us to go to that surprise that we do have for our guests. But right now, let's start off with Ugochukwu. Chief here knows what we're about, but our other guests might not know so much. I'd like us to show him some love, the special Nka way. I asked him what he was expecting, and he said maybe clips from social media. I don't know what my producer has in store for you, Ugochukwu, but I'm hoping that you enjoy it and you smile through it all. All right now, if our studio is ready, I'd like us to showcase those special things that we do have for Ugochukwu, so he knows how much he means to us, so he knows how much we appreciate him, so he knows how much, you know, that we're rooting for him from the Southeast here to Abuja and to the world. Wow. Can you see that photo?
Wow.
Is Is that you?
Wow.
You can't deny it. The
Wow.
lighting is not really good. You can't deny it and say it's not you.
AI.
Yeah.
This is
Wow. How far back is this photo?
this should be 2011.
Okay. That looks like a radio
2010,
station.
This is 2007 or 2008.
Why does it feel like you attended the wedding ceremony here, like men in suits?
And that was my project defense.
Ooh, interesting.
This was
See, we need to go through these photos. Take it easy. Take it easy.
Wow.
So how far back is this photo?
it should be 2004, 2003, 2004, between 2003 and 2005.
Wow.
Yeah.
What radio?
This
Can you
one
remember
should
the
be-
radio station this is?
This was Vision Africa Radio in Umuahia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, back in 2011.
Interesting. Why are you laughing? That's also what's going through your mind. You know, you'd have made a good lecturer if you did not become a broadcaster. I say this because the photos with you with the shirt and the tie, it looks really good. It just gives this lecturer vibe, if you do ask me.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow.
How far back is this photo? Wow.
Oh yeah. This one has the timeline on it.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it for real. 2008.
You remember when the
2009.
hashtag 10-year challenge trended?
I know. It did rock the internet space.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
This one was 2014, 2015. Yeah, about that.
Interesting. Interesting. Lovely.
Wow.
I mean, these are amazing photos, and we showcase these photos to remind you of how much you mean to us and how far you've come, to remind you also of how far you've come, and to let you know that we're rooting for you because the sky is just your starting point. So that's why we do that.
Thank you.
And I'm sure
Thank
you enjoyed that
mean,
thoroughly. I feel it.
I did. I typically won't go sit down and look at all of these photos, right? Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, let us also show Chivera. We know that she's expecting it, but let's also just show her some love. The Nkawe that we know how to do right now. I'd like us to show Chivera some love. I hope he picked those photos that
wondering. Okay, let me not talk.
you would see it yourself. You will be showcased yourself. I mean, you will see it here.
All right.
But you don't have any bad photos, or
Are you
like
sure?
no cap. You don't. You know, I realized something tonight, and while scrolling through your Instagram page, I think it stopped. There you go.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. So this is Delta now.
Yes, it was Iseluku camp.
Oh.
That's my friend Dami, and that's Kennedy in the middle. Yeah, these are my people in there. I see you.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Look at the beautiful chief. Wow. This was a birthday ceremony.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
So beautiful.
Interesting.
You see the headscarf for me.
Interesting. But actually, it's,
It was trending then.
not
Oh.
even trend. I mean, I'm stylish.
You
I
are.
can't imagine.
Is your
Okay. All right.
celebrating independence, I
I
guess.
was not wearing my Timberland.
No, you're flat.
Okay, I had removed it because I wore a Timberland boot with that. And for some reason, I'm like, okay, my moral go cut. I'm not driving. I'm actually walking to the bus stop. I changed that.
Aww.
But it's still NYC. That's Dima. I remember her.
Aww.
She has a business right now. Oh my goodness.
Nice photo.
Oh my goodness.
Do you want to say more about this photo? The funny thing is, Onanka, you might be expecting something and you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked.
No, this is throwing me off balance. I have to. Oh my goodness.
This is my best photo. Please, the studio keep this for her next birthday, 5th July. Is coming soon. This is going to be the happy birthday photo.
It's so far.
It's not far. It's not far.
And you know, this picture was taken then, you know, making faces was a thing.
Oh, so beautiful.
Okay, I was serving at this point.
No, you were serving.
Yeah.
The red lips on point, the Ghana braid, mwah. Very lovely.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, you were saying something. We just want to. But you won't tell you that you were correct. What you're saying is very correct.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The surprise.
This is so nice.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Oh God.
I think we need to stop at this photo and do something very, very briefly. Stop it because,
okay.
you know, I think the studio. Thank you so much for the photos. We appreciate you.
How many do you guys have?
We have a lot. That's why I'm telling the studio. You know the studio? Yeah, you guys, it's enough. Thank you. We have seen the photos. It's okay. It's all right. Studio, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the photos. I mean,
okay.
You already know why we do those photos, so we're not going to delve into that.
Yeah.
But very quickly, let's talk about my enugu story and, of course, Afia homecoming in like 2-3 minutes as we round up.
All right. I'm going to start with Afia homecoming. So it's a plan from Afia TV to celebrate and promote cultural and social activities or events happening in the region, and also to give people outside of the region the view or the feel of what it's like to be home during Christmas. Although we wish everyone could come back, you know, celebrate with us. But if you're not here, that's what we're going to do for you. And if you're an event owner, please come register on afiahomecoming.com. It's free. What that gives you is that we'll give you the opportunity, or Afia is going to promote your event, help you get to new audiences. People are going to attend, put you in front of the right brands, you know, people that will sponsor your show, do a whole lot of things. So if you're a business owner and event organizer, hop on that website. Now, if you're living here or planning to come back here, you should also go to that website to find out the next event happening. I mean, my Igbo friends, in fact, a lot of people in the East come back for activity. They want to, while we're in go, they want to know where it's happening next, where are we turning up. Afia Homecoming is the page you should go. Both on Instagram and the website, we have events lined up for you. We are pushing all of this, we are covering all of this, and it's going to be a fun-filled Ember period for us here on Afia TV. Now, for my Enugu story, it's an annual event we've been doing. This is the 4th season. And
fourth? I heard the third earlier. 4th.
It gets better and bigger by the year. And this year, we are looking at the theme, Enugu of my dream. And, you know, as we talked earlier, we want people to tell us what their dream city looks like, either by a article, you write an article, or you tell you do a video content for it, or a photograph or artwork, you know, depicting all of these. And people would ask me, what's the Enugu of my Enugu of my dreams? I'll tell them a green and smart city. Of course. I mean, the interlocks are okay. We are done. We need more greenery. We need fresh air. And then a smart city, I mean, you can take a bus, pay with your card, and, you know, things are a bit softer for you. So that's what I'm looking for. But, I mean, that is for me. If yours is different, just let us know. Submit your articles and you stand a chance to win 300,000 naira and a masterclass with industry heads. You don't want to miss this. That could be you. Don't sleep on it.
All right. Like you said, don't sleep on it. A chance to win 300,000 naira. Right before we say goodbye, it's important for us to delve into the game segment. Well, luckily for you, I'll just be asking a question each to Ugochukwu and yourself. I'm going to start off with you and then go to Ugochukwu and, of course, round up. It's just a rated segment, which is where we have a list of people where you rate from best to worst. Okay. So, rate from best to worst is creatives. I have Teeny. I have Odera Collins. Okay. I have Jasmine Naza.
Oh my goodness.
I have Nancy, the creator.
Oh, okay.
And I have Mini Celeb.
Whoa. From worst to best?
No, best, to worst.
Worst. Yeah. All right. Okay. Tiny.
Wow. Tiny. You need to block Chivera outside.
That's from best to worst now.
Oh, best to worst. Also best. Shout out to you, Tiny. Shout out. Yeah.
All
Nancy.
Right,
oh, Nancy's the second. All right.
Jasmine.
Jasmine.
Odera.
Odera. Mini celeb.
Mini celeb
is your worst.
Yeah.
Mini celeb, you know, you're very active on social media, TikTok especially. So you can do a little video about this. And, you know, send a shout out to Chivera. Thank you so much for your honesty.
Well, you know, these things are subjective. I mean, art is subjective. What you guys do is subjective.
After answering, after giving your list, Ugochukwu, very briefly, I'd like you to rate these broadcasters from best to worst. We have Oke Odogu of Dream FM. We have Richard Asiegbu, formerly with Urban Radio. We have Uncle Jude, the one, you already know he's a Hot FM Lagos. Ambassador Patrick Uzoyi Peters, and Sammy Ajufo, popularly known as Super Sam.
Why are you like this?
I'm only but a pencil in the hand of my producer. I've said this before. I don't do anything. I'm just here to call the names.
It's like, how do you want me to do this? In fact, how?
I don't know.
Okay, so let me put this out. I just have to answer, right?
Yes.
Please.
Yes, please.
Nobody, don't take it personal, guys. Don't take it personal. And this is not a ranking. I'm just going to mention your names more like I'm giving a shout out. All right. So shouts to all of you. There's no best to worst or worst to best for me, right? Ambassador Patrick Uzoyi Peters, interestingly, is my president. As the president of the Guild of Radio Managers. So yeah, Sammy Ajufo, that's somebody I've known from a distance, and right now we're close, right? He's the secretary of the Guild, the National Secretary General of the Guild. So yeah, Richard Asiegbu, we've known from our days in Benin, and then he moved to Enugu, I moved to Calabar, and then Uyo. So yeah, we're friends. We're in Abuja together right now.
Okay.
Jude Dawan,
Uncle Jude.
Very creative guy.
Yeah.
Very, very creative.
Yeah.
Very creative when it comes to radio programming. I think that if I had to be in another skin, in another body, it would have been Jude, because I think we think alike when it comes to creating content for radio.
Okay.
Oke Odogu is also another very fantastic guy.
All right.
When it comes to radio management. So yeah, I mean, this guy's, that list, there's no best, there's no worst. A good guy.
All right, got it. On that note, we do apologize that we didn't have enough time to delve into more, but we're going to have you again on this show to talk about more and your journey so far. We do appreciate you, Ugochukwu Bamidele. There's the mysterious side that you did not unravel tonight. I'm sure that you will be unraveling it the next time you meet. Thank you so much.
Premium content.
Premium content. All right. That day is going to be premium. Thank you so much for joining us. We do appreciate you and cannot wait to have you on our couch once again. Thank you so much. All right. On that note, I say goodbye to Chivera. It's not goodbye. We're going to see tomorrow. But there's some parts that we did not delve into, and we'll definitely try and get you back on this couch in no time.
We're going to delve. Thank you for having me tonight.
Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.
All
I
right.
had fun.
We had so much fun too. Yeah.